Good afternoon and welcome inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for this D2 hockey matchup between the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the High Point Panthers. For play-by-play commentary this first period, it's Blake Robinson alongside my partner Scotty Kimmelman.
Thank you, Blake. Should be a great matchup here this afternoon in Winston-Salem. We're about ready to go for puck drop. This is a heated rivalry, as most of you folks might remember from last season. Big brawls, high-intensity hockey last year. Should be more coming your way right now as we get ready for puck drop.
Some fans got ejected last year, Scotty. It was my most memorable game commentating. It was a lot of fun for all the theatrics, and the puck drop is won by the Panthers. It looks like they're already going to start fast, Scotty. Here come the Panthers through the neutral zone. Fox intercepts the puck and sends it back down to their offensive zone. Panthers reset. Another pass deflection. That's Fox again. Now here come the Panthers. They have numbers. Centering pass offline to the right bumper. Now back up towards the blue line. Quick shot, deflected. Now right back up to the right side of the blue line. Now down towards the bumper. Panthers are going to have to chase the puck and reset. Deeks have the puck. They enter it in their offensive zone. Fight for it on the right side. Puck kind of bouncing back and forth. But the high energy is here, Scotty.
Yeah, good intensity so far from both squads. Deacons just trying to keep it in their end. Shot there blocked out in front. But like you said, Blake, high intensity so far early in this one.
Puck in the slot. No one had clear possession. Here come the Panthers trying to just get it out, and they can't. Deeks keep it in. Now the Panthers can get it out, forcing the Deeks to reset and get some changes at the bench. Jesper Snow will dump the puck in. We've yet to have a stoppage of play, just about 2 minutes gone by. Foster sends the puck inside. High Point has it, deflected. That was by Jesper Snow. And again, a battle between the Panthers and the Demon Deacons, trading possession of the puck. A quick shot by Chifa from the blue line, right into the glove of number 35, the goalie Jack Vieira for High Point. The first stoppage of the game comes with 17:56 in this first period.
Well, Blake, we said it earlier, we've been bringing it up. Obviously high intensity, but just really good speed from the Panthers side in High Point. Just doing a good job of, really putting pressure on that Deacons offense. Obviously, so far, Wake has been doing a great job of keeping the puck in their own end. But we'll see how that plays out against this Panthers team.
Panthers try to get the puck into their own end. Great defense by Wake Forest. A shot attempt off the right pad of Tovey. Here come the Demon Deacons. Flying past, that's Dothit. Was a little ahead of him. And again, Vieira will stop it. A good opportunity, but again, the pass had a little too much mustard on it.
Yeah, Dothit couldn't catch up to that one. Really good opportunity at a stretch pass there for a chance at a breakaway, but like we said, Dothit couldn't come with it. Really good chance there. Good look so far from the Deacons. They lead in shots right now, 3-2. Let's see how that'll continue in the first here.
Wilson Fox on the dot for the puck drop. Won by the Deeks. That's Grinelli. Now High Point gets it. They're going to try to clear, avoiding a big hit. Fight for it in the neutral zone. And it shoots down to the Panther end. Now here come the Deeks. Dorfman. That's Sasso with the puck. He'll send it to the right side. Shot deflected. Under 17 to play. Pressing defense by the Deeks, trying to keep it in their end. Pass to the neutral zone. That was Chifa that has it, sends it back down to the Wake end. Blown dead for icing, 16:32 3 shots apiece for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and High Point Panthers.
You know, considering all this high-intensity play and all the high speed, we haven't really seen too much action. I mean, of course, we got those 3 shots on net from both squads, but really not a really good look yet so far from either team. Panthers will get a face-off now on their own end. We'll see if they can do anything, but really nothing, dynamic from either team so far in this game.
Scotty, the best shot, or the best look wasn't even a shot. It was the pass to Dothit that couldn't be corralled.
Definitely the best opportunity, Blake. Could have gone either way there, but puck just went a little too far out of Dothit's reach.
Wake Forest had a chance but couldn't get hold of the puck. Now here they go. Shot deflected high off the pad of Vieira. That was Lucas with the opportunity. Maybe their best look there. Now a shot inside. Quick moving skates by the Panthers. Another shot.
Missed opportunity there from the Panthers.
Puck flying around. High Point resets up the blue line. Now to the point, right side. Up towards the blue line again. Shot right into the chest of Tolvi. Good for the Deeks to stop that. The puck was getting a little ahead of them, and High Point had a couple good looks and were lucky for the Demon Deacons that they didn't convert.
There's a really, really good look there from the Panthers. Obviously a very good shift as we could see, but a really big missed opportunity on the wing there. Just a fan shot allowed the Deeks to recover and Tolvi to reset.
Face off. Won by the Deeks, but then just bounced around like a pinball. High Point has it in their own defensive end. Send it down to the Wake end. Icing called again. 15:32. We'll have a puck drop in the Wake Forest offensive zone. Just about a fourth of this game gone by. For the Deeks, it's Jesper Snow in the face-off circle.
Yeah, Blake, it'll be Jesper Snow here along with the rest of that fourth line. Getting bumped down is Snow to that fourth line. Loses the face-off, but interesting look here and a change of pace from this lineup construction.
Wake getting stuck in the left corner. Now here come the Panthers. Beautiful pass. They'll dump it in. Colby tried to get a hold of the puck. Couldn't. Quick shot. One-timer from the blue line. Now puck behind the net. Wake Forest pounding. Pass to the slot. Couldn't convert. High Point getting the better look so far. They still have the puck. Huge shot. That first hit applied by Jack Gans was really the first physical play we've seen so far. If I had to make a prediction, I'd predict things to boil over at some point, but so far it's just a fair physical game.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first look that we saw at a potential sort of, I don't want to say fight, but, some sort of intensity and physicality, but it just happened in the neutral zone, nothing close to any interference or anything like that, but definitely the first chance of something to happen.
Nacy was in the face-off circle. Panthers have the puck. Pass to the left side, a little far ahead. Referee stuck in a little scrum. He gets out. Puck pops out to the left blue line. Centering pass offline. Gans fighting for the puck. Another pass blown up by the Deeks, and here they come. That's Dothit. And that was Dothit to McKee, and that connection got picked apart by the Panthers. Just about 14 minutes left. One-timer shot. Scotty, is that a change in net? That's now Brian Scopel for High Point. When did that happen?
Yeah, it must have just happened recently. I mean,
maybe they
could have been an injury, could have been, something unrelated to that, but
Jack Vieira was out there for warm-ups, and now it's Scopel. Nonetheless, 0-0, 13:37 left. Puck for now in the Wake Forest zone, but High Point has possession.
Yeah, but like in the last 3 minutes or so, the Panthers have done an excellent job of not only keeping the puck in their own offensive end, but creating plenty of good chances there. They fanned on a couple of good opportunities from both wings. But, credit to Tolvey, too, and this Wake defense. A lot of good block shots out there, too, to prevent the Panthers from scoring. But definitely some good looks so far from High Point.
Line changes, 13:01 to play. Once again, 6 shots for High Point, 5 shots for Wake Forest. It's been a fast, physical game, but again, no team has really been able to set up an offense, really momentum. High Point has looked good, like you said, the last couple minutes, but it's been just a hectic start of the game.
That's right, Blake. I mean, not really a defining good chance for the Demon Deacons so far. They've had some shots on net. Not really a good open look so far as they get the puck back in their own end, though.
A shot by Tracy, and it's in! Scotty, you called it right from the point. Left side, Connor Tracy drills it. That one was a rocket.
Maybe I spoke it into existence, but an absolute snipe there from Connor Tracy. Really good job there from the Deacons and Tracy in particular to keep that puck in the zone, create an opening, and take a great shot there. No hesitation from the Demon Deacon. And an early lead so far.
Huge early lead for Wake Forest. It was the great defense in their offensive end. The puck popped out right to Connor Tracy, and he had no second thoughts. Drilled that one in the right side of the net. 1-0 Wake Forest, 12:48 to go in this opening period as the captain, Andrew Welch, gets the face-off. A big collision at the behind the Wake Forest net. Incidental. And Wake Forest will dump it in their offensive zone. But High Point all over it, trying to get it out. That's McKee. Pass down the left side. Danaher. It's a turnover by Wake Forest. Again, maybe it's just going to be trying to find something in the chaos. As here comes DiMartino. Pass inside. Great pass by DiMartino. He gets the puck back. Another shot. They keep the puck onside. That puck is picked off and then given right back to the Panthers. A pass to the slot. A little off. Slayton turns the puck over. The Deeks will send it around the bumpers.
Yeah, Blake, some really good work so far from obviously the Tracy line coming from the third line and the fourth line too, just applying the pressure. And, right now we're seeing the Panthers offense looking a bit sloppy, honestly, after that first goal. The Deeks need to take advantage of this right now.
Yeah, DiMartino had a good look, good setup. Couldn't cash in, and now, like you said, just kind of all over the place, a little sped up.
Yeah, it seems like speed, they have that advantage to them, no doubt. But there comes a point where if you move too fast, you might get a little reckless with the puck, and it's caused some turnovers in their own end.
Deeks have the puck. That's Dorfman's shot, just a little off to the right. Good look. Puck goes offside. Wake Forest has to reset. That's Jack's gate. Stoppage of play, 10:29 to go. Just about halfway through this opening period. Lots of fast-moving play, a lot of ice thrown up into the air. But Wake Forest has a 1-0 lead over the High Point Panthers as we'll have a face-off in the HPU zone. Puck behind the Wake Forest net. Deeks clear it. That was Tommy Albrighton. And they'll blow the whistle for icing. 10:17 to go.
Yeah, but it was really good for the Demon Deacons in their own perspective to get this early lead because, I mean, like we've been saying, High Point moves with such speed and such intensity that there's going to be a moment where they just bury a couple goals on you like it's no problem. That's what this offense is capable of doing. And just for Wake Forest to get on the board like that, really huge to build that momentum. So we can see, and let's see, how it'll take them throughout the rest of this game.
Yeah, if you see DiMartino, Welch getting action, or the Sasso brothers, it could get really dangerous really quick. As again, puck stuck behind the Wake Forest net, just under 10 to play. A shot offline, it was close for High Point. Puck sticking around a little longer in their defensive zone than Wake Forest would like, as they attempt to clear, but the Panthers keep it in. Line changes for both teams, 9:23 to play. Again, High Point a 9-6 advantage in the shots on goal department. But Wake Forest has the 1-0 lead, and that's the only category on the stat sheet that matters. Face-off goes to Wake Forest. McKee with the puck. Pass inside, taken by Welch. Quick shot deflected again. Wake Forest trying to get an opportunity. Trying to go back door. That was Dothit, but the Panthers were all over it.
Yeah, great look there from a combination of that fourth line and Landon Dothit. Couldn't come through, though, as the puck just went right through that crease.
Collision right in the neutral zone. No whistle from the referee. Matt Hughes dumps the puck into their offensive zone and checks out into the bench. Chifa is intercepted. Here come the Panthers. And a great play by John Tolvey. That was Jack Slayton with the shot attempt. Quick shot, and finally we'll have our first puck go out of play into the net. 8:03 left.
Yeah, Blake, that was terrific defense there from the Demon Deacons. The Panthers had a really good look at a breakaway there, but two Demon Deacons defenders just tying up that forward stick. And credit to Tolvey too, but without that, the Panthers would have had a much better look at a shot on net.
Puck drop goes to Wake Forest. It's down in their offensive end now. Dorfman giving chase. Under 8 to play. Pass to Slayton on the left side. He'll dump it in for High Point. Now in the right corner, being fought for. Puck breaks free. That's Grinelli. He's got Dorfman on his left side. He looks for the pass. No, he doesn't. The shot. And it's deflected. Huge chance for Wake Forest. And here comes Slayton. Shot high into the left. And Grinelli, who had that shot attempt, will come off into the bench. Big hit along the boards. 7 to play. Puck down to the Wake Forest end. The shot's in! A quick backdoor goal. And that's number 26 for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, Luke Plomondon. With under 7 to go, it's 2-0 Wake Forest. It caught me by surprise, Scotty.
Yeah, man, what a goal there from Plomondon. But also give credit to this Demon Deacons, and especially Seth Dorfman for chasing down that puck and working that forecheck, allowing Plomondon to get that look. Really good work there from the Demon Deacons, off to a 2-0 lead now under 7 left to go in the first.
Wake Forest, I guess you could say, weathering the storm and just taking advantage of High Point, because the Panthers can only go full throttle for so long. And we're seeing Wake Forest exploit the cracks in the game plan. It's, like you said, huge play, huge goal. Puck down on the High Point end as we're approaching 6 minutes to play. Pass offline for the Panthers.
I mean, we saw this, Blake, in the West Virginia game where the Demon Deacons had a hard time of scoring early, particularly in the first. I mean, they got a goal there in the first against West Virginia last weekend, but, you know, the majority of their offense came in that second period. But just getting off to this big early lead against a team like High Point right now in this setting, under these circumstances, massive for Wake Forest.
Puck breaks free. Jesper Snow tries to find Donaher. And a whistle with 5:37.
You know, Blake, I remember looking at this lineup sheet at a first look, and I saw Jesper Snow, who's usually on this first line. Seeing him on that fourth line kind of took me by surprise, but so far it's really been working. He's been working really well with Foster and Danaher so far. Obviously, a missed opportunity there from Danaher, but really good to see Jesper Snow taking control and that leadership in this one. Could be a line we could see moving forward.
Every line has a good anchor, whether it's Dothit, whether it's Grinelli and Dorfman, like you said, or it's Connor Tracy who scored the goal, and then Jesper Snow for the fourth line. Every line has that anchor. You got to feel comfortable with almost every one of them out there.
That's right, Blake. It really seems as though everybody's taking a chance as High Point gets a good look there, but deflection just goes high above the net.
Some contact along the boards. 5 minutes to play. And another whistle, 4:56. Once again, High Point, they're down 2-0, but they do have a shot on goal advantage, 13-9. But Wake Forest will take those 2 goals instead. Puck drop coming in the Wake Forest zone. It's Wilson Fox who won the puck drop up the blue line. Pass around the ends. Grinelli now tries to center the puck, now up to the blue line. Quick shot right into the glove of Skopel.
Face-off won by the Deacons. They get the puck back. Looking for a deflection out in front, but couldn't connect. Panthers try to get it out. They'll look to reset with the puck. Trying to find a man down the ice, but the pass goes awry. And we'll get an icing called with 4:28 left on the clock. Bit of a heads up here from the broadcast booth. Our Blake Robinson had a check out for this one, so it'll just be myself, Scotty Kimmelman, on the call for the rest of this one. We'll hope to see Blake back in action sooner or later in this game. As the Demon Deacons win the face-off, get the puck back in their own zone and looking for deflection out front. A centering pass there and a shot and a score! Demon Deacons get their 3rd goal of the first period thanks to another shot from Connor Tracy. So a 3-0 lead now here in Winston-Salem for the Demon Deacons. You can already hear all of that excitement level coming from both sides of the bench. Excitement from the Deacons' end, frustration from the Panthers' end. Panthers control the puck now, as the Deacons get a change and recover with the puck. Gate looking for a man. Gives it back off to Snow. And Gate will just dump it in there. Panthers now behind their own net. Looking for any kind of offense just to get back in this one. Streaking in past the blue line. A shot on net there and a stop there from Tolvey. That was the big left winger for the Panthers, Nick Sasso, with the shot on goal. High Point, looking for some space, drops it back. A shot there and another stop there from Tolvey, a good save. Amidst the deflection, Deacons looking for a chance at a breakaway, but the puck just goes past the effort of Landon Dothit. High Point looking to create some angles. Another stop there from Tolvey on the backhand. Demon Deacons trying to get the puck out. They do. We got a 2-on-1 opportunity for Wake Forest. A shot and a pass and a save there. A terrific stop from Scopel and net. Big hit there. The Deacons bench loving that. It was Nacy with the hit, but the Panthers able to keep it in their own zone. A shot there and another stop there from Tolvey. Panthers unable to convert on any of these shots. Tolvey has been terrific in net. And another shot there stopped from Scopel. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period, the Demon Deacons have the 3-0 lead, get caught off sides. And the Panthers will reset with the puck. Deacons, though, recover, have an open lane, and another save there from Scopel. Looking for a centering pass back out to the point, and stopped there out in front by a High Point defenseman. Looking for some space on the wing. High Point, centering pass, unable to connect. A nice block out there, and an opportunity at a shot. And the net comes out of place here. We'll get a stoppage of play with 1:08 left on the clock here in Winston-Salem. Quick turnaround to get that net back in place. We'll get a face-off in the High Point zone. They immediately win it, and another nice stop there from John Tolvey on a shot off the face-off. But we'll get an icing call here on the Demon Deacons, and we'll do it again at the face-off circle. So 18 shots so far in this first period. Just a second over a minute left to go. And John Tolvey keeping that shutout going. No goals for the Panthers so far in this one. Face-off won by the Deeks. Trying to get it out of the zone. Feed it right back to a High Point forward. Puck getting scrambled alongside the boards there. Big hit there on Danaher. Deacons, though, flip it out. It looks like we'll be getting yet another icing call on the Demon Deacons. Another shot and a save from Tolby there. The 19th for the Demon Deacon goalie. That shot coming again right off the faceoff. Bugan in the faceoff circle for the Panthers loses it to the Demon Deacons, but recovered, and another save from Tolby. Icing gets waved off. The Deacons catch up to it. Welch with the puck. Finds a man down in the neutral zone. A big hit right there on the red line. The Deeks recover, though, and a shot just goes high. Looks like we'll be getting a penalty, though. This will be on Plemondon. So just 12 seconds in this first period. The Demon Deacons will have to go on the kill here. If High Point can't connect with the goal, they'll be entering the second period with the power play. So a tough break there for the Demon Deacons as Plemondon, who got caught up in that scruffle on the red line, will be in the box. Face-off won by the Deacons. Fight for the puck. They'll just be looking to get the puck out of here. This clock runs out. Demon Deacons cover, gather it, and there's the end of your first period. It was absolutely a hectic one as we end this first with the Demon Deacons leading by a score of 3-0 against their arch rival in High Point. It has been an aggressive, high-intensity game, but nothing like what we saw last year. Should be a ton more coming in the second period, so we hope all of you will stay on board. Take a quick break. It'll be about 12 minutes until we come back, and we'll be back momentarily. Welcome back to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds here as we get started up for some hockey here in the second period. And here we go. Demon Deacons here will start shorthanded again after that penalty at the end of the first period.
Nice block by Frascona.
Panthers recover with the puck, looking to create some space. Under a minute left to go in this power play for High Point. Streaking in is their captain. Shot from the wing there is blocked out in front. Try to recover though is Faraday. But the Panthers regain. From the point now back out to the win.
Save Tolv.
Looking for an open man there. And a shot there, couldn't find an open lane, but kept in by the Panthers. Looking for some space, but couldn't connect there. Welch lurking out in front of the point. Panthers looking for some room to do anything. Can't get that one through. It goes high and behind the blue line. We get a line change here as the power play expires for High Point. Welch streaking through center ice and into their own zone. Deacons the recover. And they'll just flip it into the High Point end. Under 2 minutes down in this second period, still without a stoppage. High Point comes streaking in, but can't get through that wall of defenders, and a shot goes wide there. Again, looking to create some space, but couldn't get one in.
Saved by Tolv.
John Tolvey so far in this one, 23 shots on goal against, and yet to allow a goal. He is putting up a display so far in this one. Got a face-off now on the Deacon end. As it's won by the Panthers. Flip it into the trapezoid. But stolen away immediately from the Deacons. They get it out behind the blue line. Panthers, though, regain control. Puck now in the neutral zone. Deacons looking to get anything going on offense. Shot there, goes past the defenseman, and we'll get an icing called. So we'll be doing it again in the face-off circle. Deacons yet to get a shot on goal in this period so far. Face-off won by the Panthers and immediately stopped there by the mitt of Tolvey. Face-off again, controlled by High Point. And again, with that same movement of bringing it back behind the trapezoid. This time they'll get it back out to the point. A shot looking for a deflection, but a nice block out there by the Demon Deacons. Shot there is blocked away from the High Point goalie, and we'll get a stoppage there. So nice look from Albrighton. But he couldn't connect there. Now get a face-off in the High Point defensive end. Deacons, after a dominant first period, just looking to get anything going now in the second to build on that momentum. Shot there again, blocked away from the Panther goalie. Again, offside called here with 16:18 left to go in the second period. It's Brian Scopel in net for the High Point Panthers. Has had 3 go past him with 14 shots on goal. 15 shots on goal now, rather. Against John Tolvey, who has looked stellar so far for the Demon Deacons. Face-off won by the Panthers. We'll get it into their own end. Good job there from Welch to keep it in. But the puck goes back out, and it looks like we'll be getting another icing call. Deacon bench does not like that one, as they had a man try to catch up to it, but the official will be calling that an icing, and we'll be getting another face-off at the dot right next to John Tolvey. Face-off control by the Deacons. They'll flip it out into the neutral zone. Looking to apply pressure. They recover with the puck. Dump it in from the neutral zone past the blue line. Tight pressures there as Welch streaking in. Takes it himself. Looking for a man. But good coverage there from the Deacons to regain possession. Chifa there with a nice move on the 6'3" body of Welch. Looking for a big hit, and they get it. Looks like we'll be getting yet another penalty called on the Demon Deacons. This time it'll be on Chifa. So now the Demon Deacons will be facing off on their own end, shorthanded.
Looks like Gio's getting kicked out.
That's right, it looks like Gio Chifa, the defenseman on that hit, is getting disqualified from this match. Tough break there from the Demon Deacons, their first-line defenseman, getting booted just under 5 minutes to go in the second period. So a tough break there. Looks like it'll be a 5-minute major incoming now for the Demon Deacons. So a great opportunity now for High Point to not only get on the board, but try to get back into this game. Shot on goal there, and another one is stopped there from Tolvey. So Tolvey, who's gotten a heavy workload so far in this one, will be asked upon to kill a 5-minute major caused by the defenseman Gio Chifa, who accordingly has been disqualified from this game. Panthers control the puck. The odd man advantage. Looking for a man, back out to the point, streaking towards the wing, and a stop there from Tolve. Panthers recover, though. Looking for some space, keep the puck moving. Looking for a centering pass, but it's kicked away out front there, and it goes past the blue line, so High Point will have to restart. Panthers again just looking for a chance now. I've gotten plenty of shots on that here. That's an open lane here for DiMartino, goes wide, but kept in by the Panthers. Nice pass there on the wing, and a nice block out there. Great stop there from the defenseman, as Tolve on the redirection stops it. Another terrific save from the Wake Forest goalie, John Tolve. Now 3 minutes and 44 seconds left to go on this major. The Deacon goalie has done his part. Face-off again controlled by the Panthers. Looking for an opportunity. Pass there on the wing. Looking for space, and another block there from the Deacons. That was Danaher out there who put his body out in the line. That's the second time we've seen that on this major kill. Panthers now with the puck by the trapezoid. Looking to create some spark, but the Deacons able to get it out again. 2 minutes gone in this major penalty, and we'll get a line change. Puck controlled. It looks like we'll get a stoppage now with 13:16 left on the clock.
Too many men for the Deacons.
Tough break there. Sloppiness for the Demon Deacons will cost them. So will be a too many men called penalty on the Demon Deacons. So already shorthanded. They'll be heading into the more treacherous 5-on-3 kill. Doing a terrific job so far, but not an easy task whatsoever now coming up for Wake Forest. So it looks like it'll be Dorfman who will be in the penalty box alongside the extra forward, Joey Machina. 13:16 left on the clock in the second period. As High Point will be now going on the 5-on-3 man advantage. Face-off, won by the Deacons. It's going to be a tough kill, and it starts now. High Point recovers, though, looking for a centering pass, finding a lane. Puck being swung around, wing to wing. The shot there goes wide to the right of Tolve. Puck now controlled in the center there, now back out to the wing. Nice stop there, but recovered again from High Point. Back out to the wing, to the center. Shot there is not held on. But again, recovered from High Point. And a nice blocker save there from Tolve to keep it out of reach. But the Panthers recover it. Get a man out there in front, looking for a pass. Not able to connect. Back out, open lane. Deacons doing anything they can to keep the puck out of the net. Another stop there from Tolve.
Everyone's gassed.
His 30th save of the game. We got some tired skaters out here now, and a slap shot there and a stop there from Tolve. Oh man, what a huge stop there from the Demon Deacon goalie, John Tolve. Wake Forest now getting some fresh skaters out there. .48 seconds left on this 5-on-3. And so far, a terrific job from this defensive unit, as well as John Tolve, who is now up to 32 saves in this game. Face-off won by the Panthers. They keep it in. Looking for a chance just to get on the board. Nice move there. Back out to the point. Swung out to the wing. Again to the wing. Blocked out there and cleared from the Demon Deacons. Just absolutely terrific defense so far in this kill from Wake Forest. The bench is loving it. The Panthers know. Come back out with numbers. Pass goes wide. 10 seconds left on this 5-on-3. Back out to the point. Looking for a man on the wing. Blocked there again from the Deacons, and the puck goes past the blue line. The 5-on-3 is over. Dorfman comes back out. Pass goes awry. Deacons looking to recover as the puck goes again past the blue line. And we'll get another clear. .30 seconds now on the power play. High Point keeps it in. Looking for an open lane. Again, stopped out there in front. Puck behind the net. Now swung across. Behind the net again. Looking for any sort of room. Blocked out there in front with the stick. Kept in by the Panthers. The power play is over. And a stick out there to get the puck across. Just out of reach there from Achina. But an unbelievable penalty kill there from the Demon Deacons. Still 3-0. Panthers streaking in now. But good coverage. Pressure applied from the Deacons to get the puck back. Panthers, though, on the forecheck. Recover with possession. Deacons will just flip the puck back into their own zone. Just caught up now in center ice. Battle for the puck is won by the Deacons. Looking to create some force, but brought back down there is for Scone. Starting to see some more intensity from both sides now. As a Demon Deacon brought down there behind the net. Foster with it. Snow looking for it. Demon Deacons just trying to get back into their zone, create some more chances. As the Panthers are caught there offsides, gives the Deacons a chance to recover. They will. Looking for a shot on net there. It goes high off the glass, but able to be kept in there. High Point, though, recovers with it. Deacons, though, with Danaher now. Shot there goes wide. And a big hit there. Looks like we'll be getting a penalty against the Panthers there as Gavin Foster was taken down. So it'll be an interference call on High Point. This will be Cam Anderson now in the box for 2 minutes. So the Deacons, after killing off both a major and a minor, will now be heading on the power play now for 2 minutes with 8:15 left in the second period. It'll be Plamondon at the face-off circle. Deacons win the face-off. Swing it back out, but the Panthers recover, take the puck back. 2-on-2 with Welch leading it. Find some room. High Point trying to draw out this clock, but Wake recovers. Lucas dumps it back off. Pass can connect with anyone. Welch with it now in a stretch pass, but recovered there from the Demon Deacons. Another man brought down, and he's shaken up. That's Albrighton with the big hit as the Panthers able to clear it. Deacons down this physical bout, trying to create some offense. And a collision there with two Demon Deacons. Colvey unable to find a man. Panthers recover shorthanded. Puck now. Covered there from Faraday. Friscone with it, but stripped away. Now High Point forward goes down. Big hit there alongside the boards, but Wake recovers. Now through the neutral zone, Friscone looking for some help. Shot goes wide, but Friscone recovers again. Will dump it back off into the zone. Taken there from the Deacons. Back out to the point. Open look there from Faraday. Looking for a deflection. Shot there, and a nice glove save from Brian Scopel in net for High Point. 12 seconds left on this power play. The Deacons, their first shot there on the man advantage. It'll be Plemondon again in the face-off circle. Won by the Deacons, but Faraday not able to recover as the puck gets swung back out to the point, looking for a deflection out front there, but it's taken back by the Panthers. And that'll be the end of the power play as Anderson comes out of the box. High Point now with help. Gets sandwiched there from three defensemen. Deacons have some tired skaters out there looking for a change and some help. Have the puck in their own end. But High Point regains possession. And it looks like we'll be getting an icing call on the Panthers. 5:37 left in the second period. The Demon Deacons still up 3. Gonna face off now on the left dot with Wilson Fox losing the draw to the Panthers. Recovered there from the Deacons. Try to get a shot on, but it's taken away from High Point. Panthers now in their own end. Get the puck stripped away from them. But again, kept inside the blue line. And a shot goes wide just to the right of Tolve. Streaking through the neutral zone are the Demon Deacons. Behind the back pass, looking for a shot there. And a nice save there from Brian Scopel in net. Panthers looking for some help. With the puck in the end, have it out at the point. A stop there from Tolve. His 33rd save of the game. Puck couldn't get kept in, and the Panthers are caught off sides. Deacons will just flip it into their own end. Under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Been a lackluster period so far offensively, as there have been no goals compared to the 3 in the first from the Demon Deacons. High Point now with some momentum, but couldn't hang on to that puck from the point. Puck now alongside the boards behind the net. Recovered from the Deacons. That's Danaher now, all alone. Gets battered inside the boards. Sticked out there from Scopel. He'll just find a man to his right. Faraday backpedaling will just dump it in to their own zone now as the Demon Deacons get another line change. For Scone, trying to apply pressure. The Panthers just looking to create some sort of offense here. Centering pass there and a nice stick to get that puck out of harm's way from the Demon Deacons. Puck couldn't be corralled and goes past the blue line. And High Point will have to yet again reset. Under 3 minutes to go in the second period now. Anderson finds DiMartino, and he gets battered. And it looks like we'll be getting a stoppage and perhaps a penalty on the Demon Deacons. Also, no penalty on Wake Forest, as the whistle blew right when DiMartino was made contact with. Face-off, though, will be in the High Point zone as they win it. Control the puck. Looking for room. Nice move there. Back out to the point. High Point streaking in now. And a stop there from Tolve. Credit that as his 34th save of the game as he stops it with his mitt. Face-off again won by High Point. Looking for a shot on net, but it's blocked out there in front. Deacons look at the puck stripped away from them. Shot there from DiMartino and another stop from Tolve. So Joe DiMartino, with a wide open lane, took a slap shot from about 8 feet away, right into the chest of John Tolve. And he's able to stop any sort of rebound there. So it'll be his 35th save of the game. And the Deacons still shutting out High Point with over 2 minutes to go in this second period. Face-off this time won by the Demon Deacons. Able to get the puck out. That's hung up in the neutral zone. Verity now looking for a stretch pass, but taken away by Welch and the Panthers. Drop pass recovered from Wake. Welch again, who's seen a lot of action now, looks for a man on his left. Deacons, though, regain with it. It'll be a one-on-one into the zone. Now a slap shot there goes wide. It goes past the blue line. Panthers now caught offside. And it looks like we'll be getting 2 minutes on an interference call on the Panthers. So Wake again will be heading back out to the power play. It'll be Lucas in the face-off circle who wins it, but the puck goes past the blue line. And the Deacons will have to reset. Panthers able to clear the puck. Second power play of the day so far for Wake Forest. They were unable to convert on that first one. The first 3 goals all coming on the 5-on-5. He's now looking for a centering pass, but just goes past the crease and back out behind the blue line. Tracy with it. He has 2 goals so far in this one. Finds his man Lucas, but the puck gets blocked out. Right back to Tolve. We'll give it off to Gate. Gate looking for some space. Gets taken down in the neutral zone, but no call. High Point looking to clear, and they're able to do so, as we'll get a breakaway now. High Point looking for a shot there. Couldn't connect, and a save there from Tolve. So that was Jack Slayton who had the open lane and the breakaway. Wasn't able to connect. A shot on goal there. Again saved by John Tolve. But nothing doing there for High Point. So we head now to the third period where Wake Forest will be going up on a man advantage for 35 seconds. They lead this one 3-0 after a scoreless second period. So far, the stars of this game have been, without a doubt, Connor Tracy, who has 2 goals in this one, but also John Tolve, who now at 36 saves on the day has been a shining star for the Demon Deacons in this one. We'll be taking a roughly 12-minute break here, so we hope you stick around for the start of the third period.
Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for the third period of action between the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the High Point Panthers. After 2 frames of play, it's Wake Forest up 3-0 over High Point. However, the Panthers have a 36-17 shot on goal advantage. Scotty, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Blake, that was a terrific second period from John Tolve, the goalkeeper for the Demon Deacons. Unbelievable stuff there. High Point went on a 5-on-3 man advantage for 2 minutes. Gio Chifa got disqualified after a big hit there. But, man, got to give credit to Tolve and this Demon Deacon defense.
Tolve standing on his head so far this afternoon. And it was Scopel pulled after the third goal, and now Jack Vieira, number 35, is in net for the High Point Panthers. As again, this first minute is fast-paced action like it has been really all afternoon. A hit along the boards for the Panthers. High Point has a chance, a shot. They missed that one again. They've had all the opportunities, 37 shots on goal now. They haven't been able to connect so far. Wake Forest pass is intercepted, but that's going to be offside. Couldn't straddle the blue line.
Panthers bench does not like that call. We had a good view. It was close. Nothing definitive from my perspective, but I could see how it could have been offsides there.
I don't get paid to referee, but I didn't see anything that jumped out to me.
You know, if I saw like a little white speck there, I would have believed it, but it's a bit too far away for my reach.
Face off won by the Deeks. High Point has it now in the neutral zone. They'll dump it in. It'll zoom around the bumpers. Pass inside. That was to DiMartino. He couldn't connect. That's Slayton now. And Tolve on the puck again. You don't want to see DiMartino and Slayton around the net. But again, Wake Forest stops High Point 1834, the year Wake Forest was founded, Scotty. Left on the clock.
Good coincidence there. Well, it's a shame it's about
Surprised
to go
I remembered
away.
that.
Yeah, but, that's good stuff there. I mean, sad it's about to go away, but, nice little moment there.
1833 now, Scotty.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
DiMartino passes back over to the left side. You're starting to get to desperation mode as you're now less than 20 minutes left. Slayton tried to find DiMartino in the crease. Now DiMartino behind the net. Pass inside to Slayton. They're trying to find each other, set each other up for shots. Shot from the left point, too far to the left. And a great stick by the Deeks, pushing High Point all the way back to their own zone.
Yeah, Blake, really, the tell of the tape in this one so far is High Point just dominating in their own zone, but Tolve obviously keeping the puck out of the back of the net. And, the Demon Deacons, when they're in their zone, they find space and capitalize. And that's really why they're up 3-0 in this one.
Puck kept onside. Donaher at it now. To the left side to Foster, trying to go backdoor. And now here comes High Point. Just about 3 minutes gone by. It's Donaher with the puck. He's going to circle around his own net. Pass it through the neutral zone, intended for Jesper Snow. High Point will get the puck back. And they'll move down the ice. Whistle for icing. The two teams were kind of just playing back and forth who can dump it into the other side and hope something happens.
Yeah, that's really there's been a lot of stalling of the puck in the neutral zone in this one. And, it's not really exactly what we expected, at least what I expected in this one. We have been seeing a lot more intensity so far in the last two periods, so far in this one, absolutely. But after that first period, just a lot of times the puck's just being stalled up there in center ice.
Nacy was there for the face-off for the Deeks. Again, High Point Panthers doing a great job keeping the puck in their zone, but it goes in the neutral zone, they get it right back. English with the puck. Now to Sasso, and he'll take a fall. Here come the Panthers, pass over to Sasso. His shot right into the chest of Tove again. A great look for Nick Sasso, but Tove all over it.
I mean, what more can you say, Blake? Just an absolute display from John Tove. I mean, 40 shots now and 40 saves. I mean, where would the Demon Deacons be in this one without their goalkeeper, John Tove? Just absolutely incredible.
It could have gotten ugly. High Point can really thrive on that momentum. As Welch is overwhelmed and pushed all the way back. He's going to try to floor it up the ice, pass over to the slot, but it's tipped. And an injured Deke, it looks like Seth Dorfman.
Yeah, that was Dorfman. Took a nasty hit on the block there.
And another huge hit against a Deke. That's Jack's Gate falling on his back, but he gets right back into the action. And great defense by Wake to get the puck out of their defensive zone and change lines. And another collision. Jack Gans taking the fall now.
I mean, you're going to see some bumps and bruises from both sides after this one, but my goodness. Talk about commitment from Seth Dorfman there. Put his body out in the line. Had to crawl back into the Wake Forest bench after just absorbing a puck into his chest.
Puck deflected, and the goalie, Vieira, will sit on it. A nice stop of play. That was a really fast sequence. 3 Deeks took falls, or I should say took hits.
Yeah, just slippery ice, after the Zamboni comes out, when the ice is freshly, I don't want to say mowed, but it kind of seems
Mowed
that
the
way.
ice, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but, sometimes that happens, but there is, more evident than ever. And, again, like I said, lots of hits being taken, especially from the Deeks. And that's what High Point does, especially in these rivalry games.
Danaher stepped in for Jesper Snow after he got kicked out of the face-off circle. And another offside. Now that one I did see, Scotty. My non-referee trained eyes saw that one.
Yeah, that we also had a good view of that. Both offsides calls kind of.
I know.
Right in our vantage.
They should
point.
keep it that way.
They should, yeah. It's nice to us.
I'll tell the coaches.
Okay.
Jesper Snow on the dot for the face-off. 14:27 left. Once again, Wake Forest up 3-0 over the High Point Panthers. A stark contrast to last year where High Point had their way with Wake Forest. But here come the Panthers. A shot again right off the pad of Tolve. Wake Forest, great job clearing. Lots of commotion from the benches.
2-0 coming, wow.
They went right at Tolve. Nothing. That puck. A couple second hang time before it comes back into play. Another hit along the boards.
As for Scone, it took a spill there.
And that puck goes up into the netting, blown dead. Perhaps the burner's been turned up and the pot's starting to sizzle a little bit.
Yeah, at High Point, honestly, at this point, looking a bit desperate just to create some commotion, trying to get loose pucks. And again, Tolve, there was a 2-0 advantage there for the Panthers, but able to stop yet another shot.
Nacy for the face-off. He loses his stick. Wake Forest bench wants a call. Frascone with the puck. He's moving up the ice, but DiMartino does his best Now DiMartino has the puck to Slayton. Passes up the opportunity, and Welch's shot is well over the net. Stoppage of play, 13:10 left.
That puck had some acrobatics on it. Obviously, the shot right in front of the crease went high, and it was a missed chance there, but it came tumbling down right in front of Tolve. There was a chance that it could have deflected off his stick or his skate to the back of the net, which would have been a tough break. That Tolve was throwing a shutout right now.
It would have been the worst way to end the shutout. Over to the left side. Tolve couldn't glove it, but shot missed nonetheless. Puck into the neutral zone. High Point to try to reset. English with the puck. Wilson Fox with it now. He moves into the offensive zone. A weak shot to Vieira. Tried to find somebody in the slot. No one was home. Now here comes High Point. Pass too far ahead, and Tolve a great job getting the puck out of danger.
Yeah, nice saucer pass there up front for the Panthers, but just a little too much heat on that one.
Deeks dump it in, line change. 12 to play. High Point desperately needing something. The Wake Forest shot gets blown up. But the Deeks send it right back down to their offensive zone. Pass inside, shot almost finds its way into the net, but a last-second save by Vieira. The right side of the pad saves that from making it a 4-0 Wake Forest advantage. Puck goes back offside. High Point has to reset. Sasso's pass.
Oh my goodness.
A great deke move, and again, Tolve standing on his head and makes the stop. That was Anthony Sasso, who got stood up right at the door.
I mean, Blake, that was a ridiculous save. My goodness.
Would love to have a replay or a camera shot of that. It seemed to defy physics. McKee with a shot into contested traffic, and the rebound, it's in! Kellen Donaher takes the rebound off the shot from McKee and makes this one a 4-0 advantage for Wake Forest just about halfway through the third.
I mean, talk about a turn of events for Wake Forest. An unbelievable save from Tolve, and the Deacons take that momentum and swing the puck back across, keep that relentless pressure, get the open lane, able to tap it in, take that 4-0 lead.
Talk about highlight reel. Tolve plays bouncer, says no, and the Deeks go right down the other end. Yeah, this thing might have. Uh-oh, that's not good. Might have just went to put. Nine minutes left to play. Wake Forest 4-0. High Point with the puck. Things have slowed down the last couple minutes after that goal. I don't know if High Point is losing their fight, because they've had it all match, all game. It's Donaher down there. Just back and forth, fighting for the puck. One-time shot way off by Snow. McKee will race back behind Tolve and reset. His pass up to Snow, deflected and taken by High Point. Under 8 to play. High Point going to push the pace. Pass inside, deflected. Once again, Wake Forest with the tremendous defense. Just think, Scotty, if they didn't make all the great defensive plays, I mean, High Point would maybe have 65, 70 shots.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're doing what they can on offense, and they're doing a good job of it. But, I mean, also this Wake defense is doing a great job of, getting their body out on the line. I mean, we talked about it, too, on that 5-on-3 advantage. Just really doing a good job of getting sticks out there and bodies out in front.
Again, the hounding defense continues by Nacy. And Nick Sasso's shot, he had it point blank, and it just goes wide to the left.
Yeah, that's big Nick Sasso there with the opportunity. Arguably the best goal scorer on this High Point roster. Looks like we'll be getting a slashing call now on Snow. Or no, rather it's
the other 27.
The other 27, yeah.
So Sasso has the missed shot. He takes out his frustration, Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, a slashing, that's one of those penalties that requires taking out some frustration.
And if it's adding salt to the wound, insult to injury, there's only about a third of the rest of this game will be spent on the power play for Wake Forest. They don't even need it. They're up 4-0 as Welch wins the face-off.
Would be nice, though, to see the Demon Deacons controlling the power play.
Slayton looking for a passing lane. The best opportunity of the period for High Point. They had two players, 2-on-1, and they still can't score over Tolve.
Blake, I don't even know if you can call that the best opportunity they have, because they've had about 3 or 4 just like that, and this time shorthanded. But man, Tolve just dominant.
They
right
did
now.
have the point blank opportunity a couple minutes ago that Tolve stopped. I did forget. There's just too many.
Too many to count, too many to keep track of. Tolve just putting on a highlight reel right now. But as I was saying, Blake, the power play has been the one thing that's been lacking for the Demon Deacons in this one. Need to get things going on the man advantage.
Tracy looking for another goal. Pass deflected high. Here comes High Point. And again, great stick.
Griffin Faraday, excellent work there. Getting the stick out there. Just getting soft touch of the puck.
Connor Tracy now. Chips it to Faraday. So that was Lucas. He tried to chip the shot in. And another shot by Lucas. Panthers get the puck out of danger. Multiple opportunities, a lot of congestion right around the net. Panthers have it. Shot deflected.
Another great stick there, this time from Gate.
And a high shot gloved by Vieira. Just about 3/4 of the way through action in the third and final period. Once again, 51 shots on goal for High Point, 23 shots on goal for Wake Forest, but it's 4-0 Demon Deacons. Now High Point is 22 seconds away from the penalty kill. Not too many looks for Wake Forest. They had, again, some opportunities just on this other end a few sequences ago, as McKee's passed a dot that's offline and they're gonna have to reset. Here comes McKee. Pass inside, stick goes way into the air. That's Frascone's stick. And he got some insane airtime, Scott.
I mean, that...
And he got it right back. He didn't catch it, but...
I've been watching hockey games a long time, as we'll get another penalty on High Point. I don't think I've ever seen a stick go that high my entire life. I hope we got a decent shot of that.
There's a photographer right down there at the end. Maybe he got a...
Oh, that would be incredible, because that was... Wow.
So Sasso's 2 seconds away from coming out, but Matt Hughes is now in for 2 minutes.
Just get a 3-second 5-on-3 advantage for the Deacons. A little different from the one they had to kill earlier.
Hounding defense by Slayton. Another power play for Wake Forest. Shot high. Just under 5 to play. Deeks looking threatening to score. Pass inside, blown up. McKee keeps it on side. Again, Scotty, that was close. We have the perfect angle of that non-offsides call.
Yeah, Ross McKee, well done there, keeping that puck in, but High Point now looking to capitalize.
DiMartino tries to deke a defender, but his shot goes wide right. Granelli with the puck, sends it. Albrighton making a move. He went almost the length of the ice.
Yeah, Tom Albrighton with a little toe drag there, nearly a great move.
Dorfman with the puck now over to Granelli on the left side. Looking to shoot, deflected. They got Vieira way out from his crease. Here come the Deeks again. It's Dorfman. Passes over to Wilson. They keep the puck on side. Granelli has it. Now back to Wilson. Over to Machina. Dorfman again on the left side. He'll take the shot. It's deflected to the right. 3 minutes to play. High Point just trying to find a passing lane. Nothing going.
Yeah, again, Blake, as that power play ends for the Demon Deacons, that's been their one sort of kryptonite so far in this one, just not being able to find those open lanes on the man advantage.
It seems here in the third period, at least, they're just taking it slow. I don't want to say taking what the defense gives you, but they're not trying to manufacture anything, even with the power play.
In some sort of sense, yes, just trying to kill out that clock, but putting more goals on your arch rival does not hurt either.
No, not at all. Snow with the puck. He'll take a shot and it deflects hard to the left. Approaching 2 minutes left in regulation. Hutchins with the puck. Tangle up in the right corner in the Wake Forest zone. A one-timer shot, he fanned on it. It's Jack's Gate. Under 2 to play.
hardly any stoppages so far in this period. I mean, besides from the power plays.
It's been quick moving. There's another high point shot deflected. Under 90 seconds to play. DiMartino with the puck. Tries to find a passing lead. He does to the left point. Again, shot deflected. That was Jack Gans this time. Weak shot. And Wake Forest tying up the High Point offense. Under a minute to play.
I mean, such high intensity stuff from both sides here, especially High Point.
Another scary opportunity, but Tove all over it. 45.1 seconds left. Wake Forest 4-0. Unless something drastic happens and these referee takes a fall. Gets right back up. He
Ice is
laughs
still
it off.
slippery, yeah.
He laughs it off.
Ice can be slippery at times, especially really frozen ice. But
Scotty,
hey,
you were cold earlier. Have you warmed up?
I've warmed up
Okay.
slowly but surely.
Good.
I'm getting there. I'm from the Northeast. I should be adjusted, but
It was
apparently
cold.
not.
Another Panther takes the fall. It was cold this morning in Winston-Salem. I will give you that. So maybe it made the ice a little extra chilly. So we're just about 30 seconds from the end of this one.
Looks like the Demon Deacons just, by all accounts, doing everything they can to get their man, John Tove, a shutout.
18 seconds. Panthers are going to push up the ice. It's Welch with the puck. And he takes a shot way off. 8 seconds. The shutout is becoming materialized. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons will take down the High Point Panthers, and it wasn't close. 4-0. Again, High Point 53 shots on goal, astronomical in compared to Wake Forest 29. But again, it's not how many shots you get, it's how many that goes in, and Wake Forest dominated this one.
I mean, we can see it now from our perspective. They're all coming in towards the camera. Here they come, all crowding over John Tove. A 53 save shutout for the Wake Forest goalie. Just an all-time performance against their rival in High Point. Couldn't have asked for a better showing here. And a huge win for the Demon Deacons, their second of the season.
And this one means a little more. We saw club president Colin Rosado, who was not on the ice tonight. He was taking a video. Maybe we'll go on social media. Again, this game means more for the Demon Deacons. It's the arch rival. It's personal.
It's been one that's been on the radar for the entire season. Even, after the end of the season, just marking this game on the calendar. And the Demon Deacons, on their own home ice, just took care of business. And like we've been saying, just an unreal job from Tove, and I'll honestly give some props to Connor Tracy with the 2 goals. But
Are we anointing them the co-MVPs?
I'd
Or singular MVP? Your call.
I gotta say, I appreciate you giving me that call, but I gotta go with my man John Tove.
Okay.
Just, when do you ever see a 53 save shutout against a rival like that? I mean, still getting hugs alongside the bench in front of the clubhouse. Man, what a performance, what a game.
I'll agree with your assessment. I think that's completely fair. Again, no love lost to Connor Tracy. The 2-goal performance, absolutely crucial. But again, it's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking down the High Point Panthers 4-0. They split the pair with West Virginia last weekend. A great showing. It's a great start for the Demon Deacons, Scotty.
Absolutely, Blake. It was a pleasure to be out here to see that. And yeah, just another win for the Deeks.
Wake Forest, great start to the season against the High Point Panthers. That's all for this one from the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. For Scotty Kimmelman and Blake Robinson, it's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll see you next time.